Thursdays. You're not just Tuesday. Don't get it. Okay. I'm going to meet you. E, what do you do in the summer? Do you mountain bike?
I've been running. I like
Running? You made it! Oh my god! One more thing. We're slow getting started today. It's okay. We move slow and steady. Yeah, Mom is here. Lisa is here. I have 2 Zoomies today. Okay, let's see. 2 Zoomies. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. Celeste, when do you go back to school? Next week? No. So is it the last week I'll see you? No. Glad. Is that a new tattoo? That's beautiful. I love her. Who did that? Oh, very nice. Like your little flower on your forearm too. Oh. Okie dokie. We got a few at least. All right, my friends, let's do this thing. Well, actually, I have a few announcements. Announcement number 1 is my frequency class this Saturday. Please come. There's only 7 people signed up, which is a really small amount for that class. So I hope there's a few more by Saturday. It's here. It's 7 to 9 p.m. It's just breathwork and sound, so not yoga or movement, although you have full permission to move if you want to. So you'll have a mat, you start laying down, and then some people end up sitting up, standing up, dancing, all sorts of things. So if you've not come to one of my breathwork classes before and you're interested, then I would love to have you. And please feel free, if you have any reason why you haven't tried breathwork, to ask me questions. Because I feel passionate about breathwork and I love sharing it with people, but people have all sorts of different ideas. And breathwork has so many different interpretations out there. So I like to talk about it. So please feel free to ask. And then so that's this Saturday. And then next Saturday, I have my embodiment class, which pretty much the biggest difference is the embodiment class also has movement. So we start with yoga, we start with movement, and then we get on our backs, breathe for about 45 minutes, then sound at the very end. For yogis, I think the embodiment class is the best because some of the breathers don't like to move and do yoga, but if you like yoga, I'm like, come to embodiment. Okay, and then okay, so in September, I'm like, what day is it? Where am I? In September, the schedule is changing a bit. So just keep an eye on the schedule. There's some classes that are going away and some classes that are being added. So, but all of mine are staying exactly the same. So yeah. Anything else? Any other questions, comments, concerns? I have teacher training starting next month if anyone's interested.
Do you have to sell the spot at your Zion?
Yeah, I have one room in my Zion retreat in October. It's one weekend, easy, you can drive. Yeah, so the room can be either for 1 person, 2 people, that's a queen bed, or we could put you in another room if you had 3 or 4 people that wanted to come, and it would be a king bed and a bunk bed. So lots of different ways we could work it. I would love to have you. Okay, I know I'm getting started late already, so let's just practice. So go ahead and we're going to start laying down today. So lay down on your back. And as you lay down, anything that feels good. So maybe a big stretch, arms overhead, legs forward. Maybe hug your knees in and give them a little squeeze. Maybe just give yourself a little massage, a temple massage, a forehead massage. Or if you want, you could even just gently tap your heart, your chest with your fingertips. Or even gently punch your belly with this. So what we're doing, we're just coming into our physical body a little more, or a lot more, feeling into sensations, feeling into just kind of, how did you wake up this morning? How did you sleep last night? Eventually just find a position where you can relax. And I don't care today, do whatever you want. So just something that feels relaxing for you. And then settle there, find stillness there, close your eyes there. Start to feel into the rise and fall of your own breath. And start to notice everything around you and within you that is creating this present moment. So not trying to push anything away. Even those sounds outside of the construction, you're not trying to make them go away. You're just noticing them. They're just kind of passing through your awareness. If there's any uncomfortable emotions or sensations in your body, you're not trying to make them go away. You're just noticing them. They're just passing through your awareness. So everything in this moment coming and going. And you are just the witness. Next time you inhale, very intentionally fill up as big as you possibly can. And then when you think you are full, see if there's a little bit more air you can take in, like a teaspoon more. Sip it in. And open your mouth, big sigh. Ah. Yeah, so nice. Do that twice more. So inhale, fill up. Pause. Take that extra sip of air. And as you hold this breath, see if you can soften a little bit around your held breath. Open your mouth and big sigh. Ha. Very nice. Last time, biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Like you're waking your body up from the inside. Extra sip, maybe even 2 extra sips. When you're ready, open your mouth, let it go. Ha. Seal your lid. And drop into ujjayi breath now. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So it is coming through your nostrils. Your mouth is closed, but you don't hear it. You don't feel it so much as it moves through your nostrils. You hear it, you feel it as the breath moves through your throat. So constrict the muscles in the back of your throat. The same muscles you would constrict when you whisper, when you hum, or even when you gasp. And start to kind of create that humming on the inside, that vibration on the inside. And see if you can breathe slowly, smoothly, so there is no rush in your breath. Stay connected to your ujjayi and draw your knees in towards your belly. Give them just a gentle hug and maybe take a little rock from side to side. And then eventually just extend both of your legs straight up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling, and tee out your arms or cactus your arms against the ground. Imagine you have a big mermaid tail. So zip your legs together. And if you need to, you can bend your knees, but active feet. So flex, point, or floint through both feet. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, slow motion, move your legs over to the right, but don't let them touch the ground. So all the way over as far as they go without touching. Squeeze your legs, take an inhale and hold. Try not to let your left shoulder lift. Exhale, slow motion back to the center. If you need to make any adjustments, make those adjustments. Inhale, center. Active feet. Exhale, same thing over to your left. Squeeze your legs together. Hover them above the ground. Stay here as you breathe in. If you need less intensity, bend your knees a lot. And exhale back through center. We'll do that just one more time each way. Inhale, neutral spine. And exhale, good breathing over to your right. So bracing through your middle. Stay here, breathe in, zip your legs together, squeeze active feet, and exhale, slow motion back up. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, left side, last time. Active feet, squeeze your legs, your big mermaid tail. Breathe, back of your right shoulder stays rooted. Exhale, back up. Now, keep your legs extended a little bit longer. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, lift your upper body and try to touch your toes with your fingertips. Tuck your chin towards your chest and draw your low belly down towards the ground. Stay here, keep breathing. See if you can tuck your tailbone and lift your toes even higher. Now reach your fingertips even higher. One last big deep breath. Bottom of your exhale, release. Full body stretch. Take your arms and your legs long. So you can either actively reach through fingers and toes, or just passively relax with your arms overhead, your legs extended. Try not to strain anything. Soften your face. Take one more in breath. As you exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Set up for a bridge pose. So feet on the ground, knees bent. All 10 toes face directly forward. Feet hips width distance apart and ankles straight down from your knees. So with your arms by your sides, you should be able to graze the backs of your heels with your middle fingers. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up. And then inhale, one vertebra at a time. Peel your spine off of your mat, coming into your bridge pose. You can stay right here, or invitation to bring your shoulders underneath you. So kind of rock side to side, work your shoulders underneath you. And maybe you want to interlace your fingers or take robot arms. Bend your elbows, palms face each other, fingertips face the sky. Everybody take about 3, 4, maybe 5 more breaths in your bridge pose. Press into your heels and the inner edges of your feet. See if you can pick up your toes and spread your toes apart. Good. Hug in with your inner thighs like you're squeezing an invisible block. Good, Edie. And imagine you're trying to reach your knees and your shins towards me, towards the front of the room. Breathe into the front of your hip. Beautiful, friends. If you have your shoulders underneath you, slowly, mindfully work them out from under you. Everybody stay in your bridge. Reach your arms straight up towards the sky. Take one more inhale. Lift your hips higher. Keep your arms reaching up. Slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. So feel your spine like a link of chains. One link at a time, all the way down. Yes, once you are back down in neutral, tee out your arms or cactus your arms. Bring your feet mat width distance apart, so wider than your hips. And take a few rounds of windshield wipers, side to side, slowly and intentionally. So usually the slower you go, the more you notice, the more you feel, the more space you can find. So try as best you can in your yoga practice, never to just rush through. Take 1 or 2 more rounds side to side. Notice if your breath has sped up or if you've lost track of it. Ujjayi breath, bring it back. As you are ready, come back to neutral and then hug your knees in, rock side to side gently. If you want to, you can find your own way up to a standing position. Otherwise, here's your invitation. Start to rock and roll forward and back. So take a few rocks, a few rolls, build up a little bit of momentum, and see if you can rock all the way up to standing on your feet without using your hands. So I'll do it right now. You're going to press down and stand up. Hey. Wow, everybody I feel like could do that. Except Shauna. No, I'm just kidding. All right, take a minute. Maybe you even want to shake it out. And then mountain pose, arms by your sides, palms open. Close your eyes and feel into your own body as a mountain. So big, spacious, bold, root through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head. Feel all that space inside of you and breathe into it. Stay as you are. Breathe in as big as you can. Fill up with your breath. Hold at the top. Take that extra sip. And sigh it out. Ah, Ujjayi breath. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Take a slow dive down. We're going to keep flowing. Halfway lift. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position or modified plank. Inhale, push the ground away, find your strength. And exhale, one strong straight line, lower all the way to your belly. We're going to do a little back bend series here. Inhale, just a baby cobra. So lift using the strength in your back body, elbow tips point back. Exhale, release. Spider-Man cobra, hands on the hardwood floor, on your fingertips, elbow tips point up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let it go. And then choose one more heart opener. This one is your choice. So baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, sphinx, locust. Give yourself an extra breath or two, maybe gaze side to side or just feel around. And then as you are ready, downward facing dog, however you want to make the transition. Ujjayi breath. So use your breath as best you can to support you and hold you from the inside. So your breath is not there to distract you from your practice. It's there to take you deeper. If you haven't quite gotten it, if it hasn't quite clicked, just keep playing around. Stay curious. Soft through your face, unclench your jaw. Good job, friends. Nice poses. Awesome, Kathy. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift position, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, bow, let it go. Ah, all the way up, rise up, arms to the sky. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, adding on just a little bit. Inhale, arms reach up. Side body stretch of your choice over to your right. Exhale. So all the way to emptiness as you reach. Inhale through center, neutral. And other side, up and over. Lengthen through your right side body. Inhale, bring it back to center. This time, little baby back bend as you exhale. So curl open, bottom tips of shoulder blades, squeeze. Re-extend, realign, breathe in. Now listen, exhale, chair pose. Sit back, weight in your heels. Inhale, high mountain, stand up. Invitation to lift all the way to your tiptoes, only if you want to. Stay on your tiptoes, maybe as you take your slow dive down. So feel that connection to center as you dive. Good job. Heels on the ground. Nice Tara. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank or modified plank. Take an inhale, push the ground away, fingers spread wide. Exhale, one strong straight line all the way to your belly. Start with your baby cobra. So feel your back strength, back of your neck long. Exhale, release. Nice Marley. Inhale, Spider-Man cobra, nice and wide with your hands up on your fingertips. Good, Edie. And let it go. Exhale. One more. This one's yours. So inhale to lift. Feel free to give yourself an extra couple of breaths. When you are ready, nice, Shauna, downward facing dog. Very nice. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And then square off your hips. So feel inner thighs facing one another. And I don't care about height. Feel the power in your right leg. So if I came over and tried to press your right leg down, it wouldn't even move. Nothing would happen. Yes, so nice. Active through your right foot. Press up with your right foot. Press down through your fingertips. Take one more big, huge in-breath. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine. Step forward as soft as possible. Low lunge. Take your time to rise up into a crescent lunge. Amazing, you guys. Nice trace. So find the stability through your legs. Your legs are your foundation. So energetically, you want to pull front hip back, back hip forward. And then grow into your expression through your upper body. Feel whatever there is to feel. Whatever you're doing with your face, you're doing it on purpose. It's intentional. Feel your big, slow, steady breaths. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh, lean forward, pause here. And if you need to, if it's helpful, you can step your back foot forward just a little bit. I want you to push, actively push your hands into your thigh and pull your belly button back towards your spine. So it might feel like you're rounding your back, and that is perfectly fine. So I would rather it feel like you were rounding than back bending and arching. So keep that. Feel your strong core. Inner thighs face one another. Lean forward and float your back foot off the ground. Keep pushing into your front thigh. Puff up your low back. Inner thighs face each other. Back foot active. Stay right here or right arm forward. So find the length through your upper body by using your arm lengthen. Right arm forward, left leg back. Good. Hips square. Core strong. Take one more round. Amazing. Beautiful poses. Come back to your crescent lunge. Land softly. Left toe step back. Arms reach up. Inhale. Nice job. Exhale. Bring your hands down. And then bring your hands inside your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the width of your yoga mat. Let your back knee come down gently. Untuck your back toes and think of letting your hips move towards the ground as you lift your heart so you can gaze forward. So like you're trying to do a cobra pose or a heart opener. Hands can come to blocks or you can lift to your fingertips if it's helpful. Don't let your right knee fall in. If anything, your right knee can track out and you can roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot or pivot your right toes out a bit. Take about 3 more deep breaths. Lift your heart. Let your hips move towards the ground. See if you can try to spread your back toes, your left toes, and press down through your toenails. So much awareness. Take one last huge breath, maybe an open mouth sigh. Ah, good job. Tuck your toes under, lift your back knee, lift your hips. Work your right foot all the way back so you'll be in a plank position. Pause in your plank, side plank, Vashisthasana. Right hand is your base. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, left arm to the sky. Lift your hips. So if your hips are sinking down, it's going to feel like your body weighs 1,000,000 pounds and all that weight is going to be in your shoulder and your wrist. If you can find the strength in your right side abdominals, all of a sudden your body gets lighter. Yes, good variations. Maybe left arm forward. Maybe even left leg floats up. See if you can lift your hips a tiny bit higher. One last big, huge breath. Beautiful. Nice rows. Come back to plank or modified plank. You choose. Inhale to push the ground away. Find your strength. Slowly lower in one strong straight line. Exhale. Little back bend series. Baby cobra. Inhale. Oh, nice, Kathy. Exhale, let it go. Ha. Spider-Man cobra up on your fingertips, nice and wide with your hands. Inhale, lift. And let it go. Ha. One more. This one's your choice. You can switch it up. You can take as many breaths as you want to. And this time, just take it back for a moment into a child's pose and rest. So be in your child's pose, reconnect to your breath. Feel perhaps right side versus left side. Is there a difference? Maybe an open mouth sigh would feel really nice. In your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, next inhalation, take your left leg to the sky. And then feel into square hips. So inner thighs face each other, left leg strong and powerful. If you feel your body right now, guess what you're doing? You're doing a warrior 3 with your hands on the ground. So if you just kind of tip yourself upright, you'd be in warrior 3, balancing on your right foot. So feel right now with your hands on the ground, the strength in your core. Feel your connection to your center. Feel your inner thighs hugging in and your strong left leg. Take one more in breath. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine, lift your waistline, step forward softly. Crescent lunge, rise slowly. Nice, good trace. So taking your time to feel your strong foundation, to create your strong foundation in your legs, and then grow into your expression. Your side body is really long, your heart lifted. So proud chest. What does a proud chest feel like? What does it feel like to relax through your facial muscles, to relax through your outer shell, but still stand and take up space? Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Take one more big inhale, feel into your own pose, your own body. Exhale, hands to your front thigh, lean forward. And if it helps, again, you can kind of scoot your back foot forward an inch or so. Draw your belly button back and up. Feel your low back puff up. So not like you're creating a back bend or a heart opener, but the opposite, almost like you're rounding a little bit. If it feels like you're rounding a lot, that's okay. It might feel weird. Root into your left foot and then float your back foot off the ground. So nothing else really needs to change. You're just leaning forward, letting your core engage as your back leg lifts. Press with your back foot onto an invisible wall behind you. Only if you want to. Option to add left arm forward. So left arm forward, right leg back. Good. Feel your strong core. Feel your strong right leg. Reach through your left fingertips. One last round. You guys are amazing, beautiful poses. Crescent lunge. See if you can land maybe softly. Inhale. Nice work. Exhale. Hands come down. Bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out to the width of your yoga mat, nice and wide. And then set your back knee down. Untuck your back toes. Let your hips move towards the ground. And then try to lift your heart up and gaze forward. So not gazing forward just by lifting your head up, but try to lift your heart up like you're doing a cobra. If it's helpful, you can spin your left toes out to the left or even roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Just keep your ankle really strong. Yes. They look so good. You guys are amazing. Then with your back toes, try to spread them and press down through your toenails. Take about 3 more rounds, soft face. See if you can breathe even bigger than you thought. Good work. Next trace. All right. End of your next exhale. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee up. Lift your hips up. Work your left foot to the back of your mat so you'll come into a plank position. From your plank position, side plank, left hand is your base. A couple of you last time came down to your left forearm. That's absolutely fine. You can also come down to your left knee. So please make it whatever your body needs today. It's not less than, modifications are not less than, they're just taking care of yourself, meeting yourself where you're at. So please do that. Lift your hips really high. Maybe right arm forward, maybe right leg up. Yes, beautiful. Nice, Jana. Take one last huge breath. Awesome, Edie. And then back to your plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top. Find your strength. Spread your fingers. Strong core. Exhale, slowly lower. You know where we're going. Little back bend series. Baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale, release. Spider-Man, nice and wide with your hands. Inhale, lift your heart just as high as feels right to you. Exhale, release. And the last one is yours. You can switch it up if you want. You can take a few extra breaths if you want. Eventually back to a child's pose. Find a sense of grounding in child's pose. So connect to the ground underneath you. Feel its support. Take some energy from it. And in your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. All right. Great big inhalation into your down dog. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, and however you want to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, lift halfway, breathe in, neutralize your spine, lengthen. Exhale, release, fold, bow, and then engage your core. From that place, rise up. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, friends, inhale, take your arms up. Sit back into a chair pose. So I'm going to give you a couple options, and then you can choose which option you want to take. So we're moving into a twisted chair. Personally, I like to take my twisted chair with my feet hips width distance apart, left hand in between my feet, right arm up. If you prefer a prayer twist, then maybe feet are together, zip your upper thighs together, left elbow to the outside of right thigh, hands to prayer. So you choose whichever one of those variations you would like, or if you have a different variation, go for it. We'll be in twisted chair for about 3, 4, 5 more breaths. So back in your heels, weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes, spread them. Your knees should be nice and even, flush with one another. Perfect, Tracy. You guys look so good. Breathe down into your belly, breathe down into your low back. Your spine is nice and long. Use your exhales to twist a little further. Take just 2 more. Amazing. Bottom of your exhale, all the way to empty ring out, and then forward fold. Let it go. All right. Bring your feet hips width distance apart if they're not there already. Come to a halfway lift. Inhale. And then as you exhale, fold. Wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. So bend your knees as much as you need to. And then try not to rock back into your heels. Press into your big toe. And then see if you can let your head be heavy. Use your core to lift your butt up. Try not to rock onto the outer edges of your feet. Press into the inner edges as well. So sit bones up, crown of your head down. You might use a little bit of strength in your arms. You might bend your elbows and reach your elbows out to both sides of the room. Breathe into your upper back. Breathe into the space in between your shoulder blades. Take 1 or 2 more breaths, working your fold with each exhale. Next time you breathe in, see if you can keep your fingers where they're at, wrapped around your toes, halfway lift. So try to stick your butt out and reach the top of your head forward. Press back through the tops of your thighs. All right, exhale, release your hands. Plant your hands, feet back, plank. And this time, I'm just going to say however you want to make your way back to down dog. So you can move through your vinyasa. You can take our back bend series, or maybe you just want to skip it and go straight back to down dog this time. Maybe you just want to take your own variation of a back bend. See you in downward facing dog, ujjayi breath. Thanks, Marley. All right, my friends. From your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. And this time, peel your hip open. So bend your right knee, reach your right knee out and up. So squeeze through your outer right glute and feel that stretch in the front of your hip, that opening in the front of your hip. So good. Active through your right foot. You're more than welcome to stay here and hold here. Otherwise, one more inhale here. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Pause, extend your right leg through. So outer edge of right foot is on the ground. See if you can lift your left hand, pivot to the sole of your left foot, and then reach your left arm forward, lift your hips, fall in triangle. We're going for length and space. One more in breath. Exhale, left hand down. Everybody, three-legged dog, right leg back and up. You can open your hip if you want to, you don't have to. Exhale, right foot to the top of your space, slow lunge. All right, listen carefully here. Standing splits. So left foot lifts, left leg lifts. Think of it as just a one-legged forward fold. Yes, relax your neck. One more big inhale, spread your left toes. Exhale, Shiva squat. Tuck your left knee into the back of your right knee. Inhale, re-extend, or take a little handstand hop. Exhale again, Shiva squat. Inhale, re-extend, or a little hop, just for funsies. Last one. Exhale, Shiva squat. Now listen. Pause right here. Bring your right hand to your left foot. Right hand, left foot. Yes. If you need to stay here, stay here. Otherwise, root into your standing leg and see if you can start to lift. Rise. Once you are standing, focus your gaze. Start to kick. Foot into hand, hand into foot. This is twisted dancer pose. Hug in with your inner thighs. Lift through your heart. Breathe. See if you can feel your inner thighs facing one another. Try not to let your left knee shoot out to the left. Spread your left toes. Last big breath. You got this. Come back down into your Shiva squat slowly. And then forward fold. Set your left foot down. Shake out your right leg. Woo. Yeah, whatever feels good. Give your head a little shaky shake. Ujjayi breath. So slow and steady. And we're going to flow for a moment just to kind of reset. Next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Take it all the way up. Big full body stretch. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale. All right, breath to movement. Inhale, high mountain. Side body stretch of your choice over to your right. Maybe switch it up. Do something different this time. Maybe not. It's up to you. Inhale through center. Take it to the other side as you exhale. Big, powerful breaths all the way to emptiness. Back to center. Breathe in. Baby back bend. Exhale. Curl open. Hug in with your inner thighs to protect low back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Exhale, chair. Weight in your heels. Inhale, high mountain, stand tall, maybe float to tiptoes. Stay on your tiptoes if you want a big balance challenge. Slow dive. Halfway lift, heels on the ground. Inhale. Nice rose. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank pose. Move through your vinyasa any way you want to. See you in downward facing dog. So you want to take a couple extra breaths in your heart opener. If you want to move through a quick child's pose. And then once you're back in down dog, just feel right side, left side, right leg, left leg. What is there to notice? What feels really good today? What feels really stiff today? and not judging, not saying, I'm so stiff, I'm the worst, why do I even come to this class? That's not why we're here. We're not talking to ourselves like that today. We're here to just meet ourselves where we are at. So whatever you're feeling, you're like, oh, interesting, I feel extra stiff today. I'm going to send my body extra deep breaths, give it some extra love, let it know I'm taking care of it. Maybe I'll take some extra child's poses just because I'm tired. So we're meeting ourselves where we are at without judgment, with compassion, even playfulness. That's the practice. That's the yoga. Take one more inhale into your down dog. Exhale, gaze forward, step or float, top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, spinal extension, lengthen, neutralize. Exhale, bow. Rise all the way up, big stretch. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, my friends, other side. Inhale, high mountain. Chair pose, sit back, weight in your heels. And then remember your options. Right hand in between your feet. Your feet are hips width distance apart. Or if you want, prayer twist with your legs zipped together. Tracy also is taking a great modification. So you can take your right forearm across your thighs. And just reach your left arm to the sky. So you do you. Feel your body and make sure you can breathe all the way down into your belly, all the way down into your low back. Amazing. Soft base, long spine. Take 2-3 more rounds. You got this. This is an uncomfortable pose. Teach your body how to be in discomfort and breathe through it. Soften around it. One last breath. Use it to wring out. So nice. Slowly unwind, forward fold. And this time, we're going to, well, first let's take a halfway lift, just kind of realign, inhale. And then exhale, fold. We'll bring our arms to the outsides of our legs and behind our legs. So hands to the backs of your ankles, forearms to the backs of your calves. And then so for me, I have to start with a huge bend in my knees to get that. Once you've got your arms kind of in place, start to press arms into legs, legs back into arms, and lift your sit bones. Lift your butt as high as you can. Try not to rock back into your heels and try not to rock onto the outer edges of your feet. Lift your butt up, reach the crown of your head towards the ground. Feel your strong core. So this is an active forward fold. Breathe into your back body. Arms into legs, legs into arms. Back of your neck is long. Last big deep breath. Use your exhale to dive just a tiny bit deeper. Create a little more space inside. Amazing, you guys. Release it. Halfway lift one more time, realigning. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. However you want to get back to down dog. See you there. All right, Ujjayi. Can you feel your breath? Can you hear your breath? Inhale, left leg high. Open your hip slowly. So it's like your left hip is a door, a hinge on a door, excuse me, and your left leg is the door. So your left leg, it just swings open. Nothing else needs to change. The mobility is coming from your left hip. Take one more inhale. You can absolutely stay here if you want to. Otherwise, exhale, left knee to your right elbow. Pause. Extend your left leg. So karate, kick the ground with the outer edge of your left foot. Lift your right hand. See if you can step on your back foot. Right arm forward. Lift your hips. Breathe all the way down into your belly. One more big, huge inhale. Lots of length. Exhale, right hand down. Everybody three-legged down dog, left leg high. Exhale, left foot forward, low lunge. Standing splits, right leg lifts, one-legged forward fold. So I do not care how high your right leg goes, but I want activation through your right toes, strengthen your right leg, soften your face. One more in-breath. Exhale, Shiva squat, right knee tucks into the back of your left knee, both knees bend. Inhale, re-extend, or take a little hop. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen, or a little hop. One more time. Last one, Shiva squat. Pause. Bring your left hand to grab hold of your right foot. Maybe this is where you hang out. Otherwise, root into your standing leg and see if you can slowly come up to a standing position. So lift your upper body, focus your gaze. Once you are standing, you're like, okay, I'm balanced, I'm focused. Start to work your pose. So as much as you can, square off your hips. This side is so much harder for me. So you might notice this side is harder, this side is easier. Square hips, lift your heart. Spread your toes, breathe. Amazing, everybody. Twisted dancer pose. Last deep breath. Just playful and compassionate. Slowly come back down into your Shiva squat if you can. Woo, and then set your right foot down. Maybe give your left leg a little shaky, shaky shake. Pedal out your heels, shake your head. And I like where Celeste was. Bring your feet out nice and wide. Heels in, toes out. Find a low squat position. So open hips. Elbows to your inner knees or inner thigh. Take about 3, 4, 5 breaths. Notice where your personal imbalances are. So do you tend to roll onto the inner edges of your feet here? Do you tend to round your back? Do you tend to collapse through your heart space and your shoulders? So just start to feel what's there. Breathe all the way down into your hips, into your groin. Last deep breath. Good job, everyone. And then fingertips to the ground. Lift your hips up to the sky. Heel toe your feet in however you prefer. Hips width distance or big toes touch. Halfway lift, neutralize. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Ha. Take it all the way up. Arms overhead as you inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. All right, breath to movement. Inhale, high mountain. Side body stretch. You can switch it up if you want. To your right, exhale. Through center, inhale. Exhale, other side. Ah. Inhale, center. Baby back bend with your exhale. Navel to spine, protects low back. Make it come from mid and upper back. Re-extend, high mountain. Let's skip chair pose and just take it slowly all the way down. Exhale. Very nice. Halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Pause. You're in plank. One arm at a time. Forearm plank. Come to your forearms. Elbows under shoulders. Forearms parallel. Palms face down, fingers spread wide, pressing the thumbs and index fingers, inner wrists especially. If you want less intensity, you can interlace your fingers, make a little tripod. All right, find length in the back of your neck. Find strength in your belly, navel to spine. Now, don't let your elbows drift apart. Start to crawl your toes in and lift your hips up. Dolphin pose is where we're going. So lift, lift, lift your hips. Imagine an invisible rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling straight up. So not even back, just straight up towards the sky. Yes. Relax your neck. See if you can press your heart towards the back wall. Be here for 3 more breaths. If there's any way you want to play, you can lift one leg, the other leg. You can take little hops. You can bend your knees a lot. Hug in with your upper arms. Press down through the belly of your forearms. Relax through your face. And use your strong core. Last huge, deep, full body breath. And bottom of your exhalation, knees to the ground. Invitation to sit back into a hero's pose. So just a kneeling position, or if that doesn't work for you, any seated position that works for you. Once you're sitting back, just let your arms Relax down by your sides. Roll out your shoulders. And then take your arms out to the sides or up towards the sky. It doesn't really matter. We're going into eagle arms. Big inhale. As you exhale, right under left. So wrap your arms together. If that's too much, you can grab the backs of your shoulders, totally fine. And then from here, see if you can let your left ear fall down towards your left shoulder. And then slowly switch to the other side. So come through center, right ear to right shoulder. Breathe into your back body. See if you can lift your elbows up and away just a little bit. And then lift your head back up, neutral. Release your arms slowly, arms out or arms all the way up. Pause for just a moment. Maybe you even roll out your wrists a little bit. And then as you are ready, left under right this time. Wrap your arms or grab the backs of your shoulders. Same thing, same option. That goes one way, about 2 or 3 breaths, and then the other way. Breathe into the space in between your shoulder blades. Breathe into the side of your neck. See if you can lift your elbows further away from your chest. And start to come back to neutral. So your head just stacks. As you're ready, release your arms one more time, out or up. Roll out your wrists a bit. And then come forward, hands and knees. Take it back, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Feel your shoulders. Feel your legs. Feel all the space inside of you. Great big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, gaze forward, step, tiptoe, or hop forward, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Listen, exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Inhale, top of your push-up. Exhale all the way to your belly. BB Cobra, inhale. So lift just using your back strength. Now pause. Slide your right knee on the ground, but slide it forward. So your leg stays on the ground, but it's sliding up. Now, walk your left hand forward, lift your right hand, thread your right arm underneath. So your head probably won't touch the ground. That's okay. Take your left palm to your right palm, interlace your fingers, and use your left arm to tug on your right arm. Breathe all the way down into your low back. So you want to feel it, especially in your low back. One more great big deep breath. Good. Unwind your arms. And we're going to take it to the other side. So put your right hand on the ground, walk it forward a little bit. Pick up your left hand, reach through, grab your right knee. Left hand grabs right knee. Once you got hold of your knee, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, and then start to reach your right arm back towards the window. So you're coming into a supine twist. See if you can let your head relax down. Open through the right side of your heart, open through your right shoulder. Ideally, we want the back of our right shoulder to touch the ground, but if it doesn't, totally fine. If your right arm is just hovering and floating in space and it's falling asleep, invitation to bend your right elbow and bring your right fingertips to your shoulder. So reach through your elbow instead of your hand. Breathe down into your low belly, low back. So good, you guys. About 3 more breaths. And then we will just kind of, again, rewind. So slowly unwind your upper body. You can extend your right leg back. Come back into a baby cobra pose. And guess what we're going to do? Do the other side. So this time, Slide your right knee up. Keep your leg on the ground resting. Walk your right hand forward. Thread your left arm underneath. So it's kind of like thread the needle pose, but a little bit different. You can stay right here. And one variation is to actually press your forehead down and walk your right hand forward. Press your right armpit down. Last time I invited you into the variation where you grab hold of your left hand and kind of tug on your left arm. So that you really feel in your low back, at least me personally. So you can explore and play. Your head is probably not going to rest down unless you're pressing your forehead down. Maybe it is. Everyone's different. Take about 2 more breaths. Good job, friends. And then we'll move slowly to the other side. So you can plant your right hand, unthread your left, and then set your left hand down. Reach your right arm underneath, grab hold of your left knee. So right hand, left knee. Once you've got your left knee, left arm up, and left arm back. Let your head relax down. You're in a supine spinal twist. If your left arm is really high and it's hovering, it's falling asleep or getting little tinglies, then you can bend your elbow fingertips to your shoulder. Reach through your elbow instead. All the way down into your belly and low back with your big deep breaths. Good job. Take about 3 more. And then guess what? From here, you're just going to stay on your back. So you can roll all the way over onto your back. If you need to, just kind of scoot yourself back into the middle of your mat. Hug your knees in one at a time and gently rock from side to side. Really nice, everybody. Set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. Extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling if you want to. You're welcome to grab behind your thigh, or you can just let your leg support itself. Roll your ankle out or point and flex your foot a few times. If you've ever sprained your ankle or injured your ankle, this is a super good movement for it. And come to a flexed foot, so dorsal flexion. Flex your toes back towards your shins. Supine pigeon, outer right ankle, top of your left thigh. You can leave your left foot on the ground if you prefer. Or you can lift your left foot up, grab hold behind your thigh or in front of your shin. And rather than pulling as hard as you can, try instead, as you pull with your arm strength, resist with your leg strength. So you don't want to round your back. You want a nice neutral spine. You're stabilizing the joint as you stretch the muscle. If you want, you could rock a little bit from side to side. Just send your breath down into your right hip. Good, everybody. If you do have your left foot lifted, set it back down. And then extend your right leg up again, just like you did before. So straight up towards the sky. And you choose either flex, point, or floint. So just very active through your right foot. Keep your right leg as straight as you can. Keep everything else as still as you can. And lower your right leg all the way down. So take it forward, slowly, slowly, slowly. Neutral spine. Eventually, your right leg rests on the ground. Once it's there, draw your left knee up towards your left armpit, hands around the front of your left shin. Squeeze in, out, and up. So not towards your chest, but towards your armpit. Take a couple big, huge Buddha belly breaths and imagine there's a heavy sandbag on top of your right thigh. And then after a couple big, deep breaths, half happy baby. So grab hold of your left foot. Pull down with your left arm as you press up through your left heel. That heavy sandbag is still on your right thigh. Neutral spine. Flexion through your toes. As you pull down, resist with your legs. So create that stability. One more deep breath. And then release your left leg, full body stretch, arms long and legs long. And just like before, you can reach actively through fingers and toes or passively. Just let your arms relax overhead, legs extend forward. Breathe, feel all that space. One more inhale. Exhale, feet on the ground with your knees bent, arms either by your sides or just let them relax wherever feels good. Extend your left leg up. And take a moment, either holding onto your thigh or just letting your leg support itself. Flex point or roll out your ankle. Maybe notice little snap, crackle, pops. And then when you're ready, dorsal flexion, supine pigeon. So outer left ankle, top of your right thigh. Same options. Right foot can stay down or right foot can lift. So sometimes less is more. Make sure wherever you go, you can breathe. You feel your nice neutral spine. You're not forcing anything. And at any point, if you want to, maybe a little rock. So sometimes when you know we're coming to an end, we're now laying down, we're just holding this pose. Sometimes, for me at least, so easy to wander off. So easy to go to the next thing I have going in my day, figure something out in my mind. So it's like our minds always want something to figure out. They're always looking for something more interesting. So right now it's like bored. It's like, this is all we're doing is sitting here in pigeon pose. How boring. I'm going to go and choose what I need at the grocery store and make my grocery list right now. So rather than letting your mind distract, teach it. Hey, we're right here. We're just in our body. And guess what? There's a million things to notice inside if you really pay attention. We've taught ourselves how to tune out. We've been conditioned how to tune out. So we're teaching ourselves, we're reteaching ourselves, relearning how to tune in, how to feel, how to stay present. And it's just a practice. Take your last couple of breaths in your supine pigeon. Right foot on the ground if it's not already there. And extend your left leg straight up one more time, like you're planting your foot on the ceiling. Find activation somehow in your left foot. And then keep your left leg straight. Keep your spine neutral. Slow, slow, slow. Lower it all the way down. Yes, just like hinging down very slowly. Excellent. One short left leg is resting on the ground. Draw your right knee up towards your right armpit, hands around the front of your shin. So squeeze in, up, and out towards your armpit. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Couple big Buddha belly breaths. And then your half happy baby. Pulling down with your arm, pressing up through your heel, and imagine that heavy sandbag now on the top of your left thigh. Feel into your most neutral spine. And after a couple of big breaths in your half happy baby, invitation to turn it into a full happy baby if you would like. So lift your left leg and grab hold of your left foot. You might rock it out a little bit. You might even extend one or both legs. So anything goes. Embody a happy baby. Play, feel, notice. No right or wrong. So a baby is so in their body. A baby feels everything. Baby is fascinated by all the feelings inside. And then the more we go through our lives into adulthood, we're just thinking with our minds now. Our bodies are just kind of these vessels we're living in. We've forgotten about them. This is ourselves as adults teaching ourselves how to come back into our body, just like a happy baby. When you're ready, you can release out of that and take a moment just to neutralize in any way you want. Maybe another full body stretch, maybe just hugging your knees in, gentle rock. And eventually, invitation to find a supine twist of your choice. So you can go to either side first. It could be probably the most gentle variation would be a windshield wiper variation with your feet wide and just let your knees fall to one side. You might cross your legs. You might extend one or both legs. So lots of options. You do you. Give yourself about 4 or 5 rounds. So just on your own in your next couple of breaths or so, switch to the other side. After you feel pretty much even on both sides, no rush. Just come back to center and maybe finish off your practice with some sort of inversion for about 5 to 10 breaths. It can be something that's more restorative for you today or something that's more challenging for you, depending on how you're feeling. Feel free to move to a wall by all means. We have plenty of space. So if you want to use a wall, feel free. And just slowly begin your own transition, no hurry whatsoever, into your final relaxation. So since we're all women in here today, I'm gonna read this poem or reading that I really like. It's by Nicole Jane Hobbs. It says, I do not want to be remembered as a woman who was always exhausted. I do not want to be remembered as a woman who was always stressed, always busy, always rushing, always holding herself together and pushing through. I would like to be remembered as a relaxed woman, a compassionate woman, a curious, joyful, pleasure-loving woman, a woman who works hard and rests deeply, who loves fiercely and lives peacefully, a woman who knows her worth and her power, who accepts her imperfections and her vulnerability, who embraces her limitations and her possibilities, a woman who laughs and cries and aches and loves and is enchanted by the mess and magic and mundaneness of this beautiful, shimmering life. As you are ready, friends, just let yourself rest. Just let your body relax. If you're tired or exhausted, let yourself be tired and exhausted and just give in. Let your body melt into the ground, into gravity. These last few moments are yours, not to do anything, not to fix anything. not to change or control or solve anything, but just to simply relax and be in your body and feel and notice and witness and allow without doing anything at all. So as I play the different instruments, see if you can allow the sounds and the vibrations not to come and go just through your ears and your head, but to come and go and flow through your entire body, your entire being. And not just your physical being, but your energetic being. So it's all energy. You are energy. So just feel whatever comes, whatever goes, and simply let it. Savasana. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. And just slowly start to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, come back into your physical body, come back into this physical space. And as you're ready, roll to either side and just find a fetal position for one last moment. So as you rest on your side and curl into yourself in this nurturing way, really allow that sound bath and your practice and all the energy, all the effort, all the intention from it. Just kind of absorb into your body, take it with you throughout your day. There's some way you use your imagination just to visualize this. And then use your arms to slowly guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing towards the front of your mat and the front of our space. So just take one last moment to intentionally close your practice, close our practice. So as you sit nice and tall, gather your hands to your heart, either prayer hands or one palm stacked on top of the other. Bow your head to your own heart and acknowledge yourself. Feel into gratitude for yourself, for your body. Thank yourself for making the effort to be here today, to show up and do your practice. Be more present, be more in tune. Thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste. Always does your down now. Thank you. Have a great, great day. You're so welcome. Thank you for coming. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Maybe just quit your job. Just come into yoga, you know? If only.